The Economy and Economic Development chapter starts on page 83 and provides information on current economic trends, existing economic development efforts, current high and low wage industries, and an analysis of the cost of living and what economic shocks the region will likely face. Economic development opportunities within the region build on the existing regional economic drivers, natural resources, agriculture, and tourism, and support emerging industries that can provide high wage, sustainable career pathways. Unfortunately, the existing economic drivers tend to support lower wage, non benefited jobs, which means economic diversification will be a core focus for the regional collaborative. Using the existing planning documents and convening discussions with the Eastern Sierra HRTC, 5 priorities sectors have been identified for the region: community healthcare, sustainable recreation and tourism, natural and working lands, clean energy and energy resilience, and sustainable agriculture and food systems. Within all 5 sectors, similar challenges have been noted. All 5 sectors require massive investment to support infrastructure, need to build administrative capacity within existing local organizations and businesses, and there is a need for high skilled workforce and entrepreneurship training, especially in emerging industries like the clean energy and resilience sector. In the Eastern Sierra region, there are just over 90,000 jobs, including salary and wage employees and proprietors. The majority of these jobs are in service related industries like retail trade, accommodation and food service, healthcare and social assistance, and professional and technical services. Just over 20% of workers are employed by federal, military, state, and local government agencies, and less than 15% work in non service related industries like farming, mining, and construction. The Eastern Sierra has defined low wage and high wage thresholds for the region based on California minimum wage and exempt employee definitions, the local cost of living, and the distribution of wages paid in the region. Low wage industries are defined as paying average annual wages below $50,000. 45% of workers in the region are low wage industries, with the majority of low wage workers in the region working in accommodation, food service, and retail trade industries. High wage industries are defined as paying average annual wages of $64,480 or higher. Only 17% of jobs in the region are in an industry with wages above this threshold. It should be noted that 70% of these high wage jobs are public employment under local, state, or federal governments. The majority of high wage workers in the region work in public administration or government related industries. More details of how these thresholds were selected can be found in the chapter on page 98. Despite the prevalence of low wage workers in the region, the cost of living in the region is relatively high. This is predominantly determined by high local housing costs. As illustrated here and on page 104, 42% of homeowners and 45% of renters are considered housing burdened. The average monthly rent for a 2-bedroom home ranges from $1,100 to over $3,500 across the 7 counties. The high cost of living in the region, along with the reliance on low-wage industries, an aging population, and remote geography, exacerbate the impact of economic shocks in the Eastern Sierra. The region is most vulnerable to climate change-related shocks like wildfire, ecosystem degradation, and declines in natural resources from droughts, pests, and severe storms. This can lead to reduced visitation dollars, reduced output of natural resources, and destroyed infrastructure. Other shocks include the migration of remote workers to the region, insufficient social services, and the potential for another public health crisis like the COVID-19 pandemic. Some initial strategies to combat these economic shocks include diversifying the local economy, increasing access to the high quality and high wage jobs through workforce development measures, and increasing community resilience to crises like climate change and future pandemics. More precise strategies will will be developed and included in the Regional Summary Part 2 report.